This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Kia ora, good evening and welcome to The South Today. I'm Craig Story. A Queenstown business owner has added her voice to the call for a tougher line on freedom camping. Erna Speckerbos believes that Queenstown's reputation as the country's premier tourist resort is on the line because of the negative impact from illegal freedom camping. Mina Amso reports.
This is a common sight in Queenstown. A freedom campus tents packed in the Queenstown Lakes District Council's owned Lake Hayes Reserve without a self-containment permit. On this occasion being dealt with by a Queenstown Lakes District Council security patrol.
It's only self-contained in the Gulf.
Parking on yellow lines on public roads, dumping dirty water and sleeping in the open on private property is becoming more common now. Owner of Creekside Holiday Park, Erna Speckerbos, says freedom campers are affecting the safety of the local community.
It is a concern for the community. They don't know who's sleeping on their streets, and if there is any issues, we don't know where to go, what to do. Personally, for myself, I've now this year alone had 3 instances at my private home of people coming in and defecating on the lawn and in the garden, and it's that's not how I plan to spend my retirement years, cleaning up other people's poop in my garden.
The council says they are enforcing $200 instant fines payable within 28 days. They are clamping freedom campers on 2 sites. They are investing in education and working with rental companies and their national counterparts on a solution. The council also issued over 1,700 infringement tickets between Christmas and April this year alone. That's 20% more than last year. However, Speckerbos questions whether the council is doing enough.
Council puts a budget to those sorts of activities and rely on the any tickets that are issued being paid to top up that budget so that the community's not wearing the cost. And sadly, the overseas visitor leaves the country before they pay.
We're going out in the early evening to remind would-be freedom campers that the area that they're in requires their vehicles to be certified self-contained, that we are patrolling there, that we will be coming back in the early hours of the morning, we'll be issuing infringements, and that you are in a clamping area.
It is education, but it's also enforcement, and the more the enforcement, I think a good hard hit at enforcement for a couple of years would change the idea.
So they are clamping cars?
Absolutely.
The council introduced freedom clamping in this area since Christmas last year. However, the council figures show only 1 vehicle has been clamped since Christmas.
It's often been suggested if you catch them, fine them $5,000 and deport them, 2 or 3 deported, and we'll probably have solved much of the problem.
Certainly deportation, we don't have the capability or the legal enforceability to deal with that.
With the arrival of winter, the issues of illegal freedom camping is likely to ease, but the trend appears to be for Queenstown to have more freedom campers in future, bringing, no doubt, the potential for more problems. Mina Amso, The South Today.
On Saturday evening, April the 15th, at around 20 to midnight, police came across a house well alight in St Kilda, near the intersection of Moreau Street and Richardson Street. They were conducting mobile patrols in the area in relation to previous fires. Officers got the occupants safely out of the building before controlling the fire with extinguishers from their patrol car and from the house. Detective Sergeant Chris Henderson says Southern Police are looking for reports of any suspicious behaviour following continuing series of fires in Dunedin over the past few weeks. If you have any information, please contact your nearest police station. A Hampden man says he recently scared off 2 people using metal detectors and they were digging holes around the Hampden War Memorial. Resident of the Otago Town, Tim Lockerbie, describes the behaviour as disrespectful and abhorrent.
It's about paying respect and not tomb raiding. A few weeks ago, Hampden locals Tim Lockerbie and Vanessa Hendry were driving near the memorial grounds just off State Highway 1. When they saw 2 men fossicking around the site. Tim Lockerbie says they thought the pair's behaviour was odd at best, so they pulled over to ask what the men were doing.
He told me he was looking for old coins, and I thought I said to him, this is not really a place to digging up the ground. It's like going over someone's grave. So I pretty much told him to have some respect and piss off.
He says the memorial is greatly significant to Hampden locals, as many of the family members fought and died in war.
Well, a lot of the people that lived here died abroad, and quite a few of the families and relatives still live here, and it's a place they can come to pay their respects.
Lockerbie felt so strongly about the men's actions, he took note of their vehicle's registration plate and passed it to Hampden Police. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Police say that a woman accidentally shot in her Queenstown home last week is recovering well and will be discharged from hospital this weekend. The woman was flown to Dunedin Hospital last Monday with gunshot wounds after a man accidentally fired a shotgun in the garage of their shot-over country home. Senior Sergeant Paula Enica of Queenstown says the CIB has interviewed the man and the victim, and their investigation is continuing. Now, we're used to seeing the distinctive red poppies just about everywhere this time of year, Anzac Day, but since 2014, white poppies for peace have also been visible out on the streets, from Hokianga to Dunedin. Reporter Roselle LeBone caught up with two students taking part in the annual appeal.
Never again. That's the message White Poppies for Peace are promoting this Anzac Day. They were out on the streets again in 2017 at the University of Otago with their pacifist perspective and distinctive white flowers. The students say they are not anti-Anzac Day commemorations.
A lot of my life I've chosen to wear both a red and a white poppy, and I think that the money raised to support veterans is really important.
The White Poppies believe in humanitarian aid and assistance and support for peace processes, but are against military deployment. All donations to the group go towards funding peace scholarships for students at tertiary institutions across New Zealand.
So the money raised from the White Poppies in New Zealand goes towards scholarships for people to study peace and to put that money to good use to make sure that peace is something we see in the future rather than war.
Well, the White Poppy goes back to the 1930s when a lot of the women who lost partners and sons in the war decided that the kind of celebrations of World War I had become a bit too militaristic, and they thought that it ought to be about never again.
White Poppies are available at any time during the year for a donation to the Peace Scholarships. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
The South Today has still to bring you stories of electric cars that are no longer part of a science fiction future. And just what is the collective noun for 60 minis? The 5th biannual Pork Pie charity run has 60 of them, touring from Kaitaia to Invercargill, boy.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product, and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
They say the grass is always greener, but not if you have Ready Lawn. Call Ready Lawn today and make them green with envy.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Lauren Arts.
Tame, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Arrow International knows what the essential ingredient is for accomplishing great projects, working with great people. 30 years on and 3,000 projects later, with 10 offices and 400 staff nationwide, a company who values partnerships with their clients and carries a strong reputation for passion, integrity, and the love of a challenge, excelling in the construction industry and helping to create, with our partners, more iconic New Zealand buildings.
In a dark room, we fight, make up for our love. I've been thinking about you, about us.
Thanks for staying with the South today. There are cars leaving Invercargill yesterday on less than the smell of an oily rag. To promote electric vehicles, leading the charge road trip of around 20 electric and hybrid vehicles are travelling from Bluff to Cape Reinga, and they were in Invercargill yesterday. Now, car enthusiasts had a good chance to get up close and have a look at the range of electric vehicles now available. It's the third year for the nationwide road trip, featuring a variety of Tesla Model S supercars, oh my goodness, the Nissan Leaf, Mitsubishi and BMW vehicles, and they were in Dunedin today and they're absolutely gorgeous. The 5th biannual Pork Pie charity run saw the almost 60 minis make the sojourn from Kaitaia to Invercargill, following in the tyre marks of the classic 1981 Kiwi film Goodbye Pork Pie and its more recent remake. The group roared into Dunedin and Gore en route to the end of the road at Invercargill, boy.
Nearly 60 minis going all the way to bloody Invercargill. The Pork Pie charity run emulates the trip taken by stars of the Goodbye Pork Pie movie and raises money for charity along the way. Event spokeswoman Tracy Brake says the run started on Good Friday.
We've got 58 minis. We started in Kaitaia on Easter Friday and we're rocking into Invercargill today. It's taken us 6 days to ribbon through the country. We're raising money for KidsCan, who are an amazing charity.
Brake says she and her husband are regulars on the charitable convoy for many reasons.
We love the car, we love the spirit of the event, raising so much money. We've raised, if we make our target, we'll have raised over $900,000 in total over all of the events for charities in this country. So it's a lot for us to be proud of.
In days gone by, all the fundraising on events like this would be through buckets and maybe a bank account number. However, Brake says they're near the $250,000 mark, using some new methods.
Also, money will come in over the next few weeks, so please check out the Give a Little page, type in KidsCan, and any money you can give would be gratefully received.
The convoy left Dunedin heading for Gore en route to Invercargill. And in the home of the Golden Guitars, a pristine mini estate was waiting for its factory mates to arrive. Some of the cars are more than 40 years old, which can provide owners with the need to change little things, like gearboxes and entire engines. However, the drivers of the English-made classic cars, along with a couple of the newer sort, enjoyed travelling the length of the country and hope to raise around $250,000 for charity. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Kapai. Still to come on the South Today, the weather, the ODT, and reporter Mina Amso takes the immigration question to the people of Queenstown.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost feel as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikorai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know, in recent years, the number of New Zealanders dying from melanoma has been as high as the road toll?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
This year's Anzac Day dawn service at Dunedin's Queen's Garden Cenotaph will be screened as a 1-hour special on Anzac Day evening, 5 p.m, 7 p.m and 9:30 p.m. only on Channel 39. Proudly brought to you by Monticello War Veterans Home and Hospital and the Otago Community Trust and Dunedin RSA Welfare Trust.
Thank you for staying with the South Today. Immigration Minister Michael Woodhouse yesterday announced some new immigration policies. They're designed to control the quantity and the quality of new migrants coming to New Zealand. They also include special assistance for lower skilled temporary migrants already in the South Island. The South Today's reporter Mina Amso asked people on the streets of Queenstown if they agree with tougher rules on immigration.
I think they shouldn't be here because they could, find other places to be. Because New Zealand's quite small when we are struggling in population, like it's getting too big and stuff. So I don't think we should have immigration.
Personally, I don't think I agree. Spending time in New Zealand, it's a beautiful country, and it'd be really nice to live and work here.
I personally think that the government should be a bit softer on people because lots of people come into Queenstown or New Zealand looking for jobs, but since it's so expensive, then they find it really hard. So they will live in their cars or something, and so the government's being a bit tough on them.
Hard to say. As I'm a traveler and I would want to immigrate, of course I would say you shouldn't be tough, but I think for the country itself it's better to be a bit more tough, as I think there are a lot of people that actually try to immigrate.
Yeah, I think the same. Because you have so many people trying to get in, it's hard not to be tough. Otherwise, you would just overcrowded.
Yeah. And New Zealand is a big country.
I suppose it depends. If you have a family and you provide a lot for your family, then it's harder if you get kicked out, essentially.
A ceremony was held today to celebrate Dunedin's Edinburgh Stone moving to a new home. The stone, which was gifted to the city in 2011, was relocated in a ceremony today to the steps of the western bank of the Leith, opposite the University of Otago's clock tower. The move, which cost around $20,000, was prompted by the request from the Dunedin Edinburgh Sister City Society.
Managed to obtain some sponsorship, and we did get it brought out, and then it was stored for a couple of years before the DCC could come up, and we'd come up with several suggestions of sites, but they had to have approval and consent and all the rest of it.
The stone was fashioned from Aberdeenshire granite rock in 2007. An accompanying piece made from a volcanic rock lifted from the water of Leith in 1999 sits on the Edinburgh waterfront. Nice to have friends. And now let's recap tonight's top stories on the South Today. A Queenstown business owner has added her voice to the call for a tougher line on freedom camping. And a Hampden man says he recently scared off two people using metal detectors and digging holes around the Hampden War Memorial. And Pacific group White Poppies for Peace have begun their annual Dunedin Street Appeal just in time for Anzac Day. And that turns our attention now, at this time of the night, for tomorrow's ODT. Good day to you, boss.
Hello, Craig. The government is stepping in as Dunedin social service agencies say the lack of affordable housing or rental properties in the city is reaching a crisis point. So the government to the rescue. Read about that tomorrow. The Dunedin RSA is warning people about a bad taste scam, selling tickets to see the Anzac Review for dramatically inflated prices. So
tasteless.
They're onto that.
Yeah.
A fire bug is on the loose in South Dunedin. 4 blazes under investigation, including a near miss for a St Kilda family.
Yep.
We also have a story on a nurse who is retiring after 30 years of caring for students at the University of Otago Student Health. Plus, but wait, there's more.
Oh no!
The sports lift out, of course, on a Friday, so lots of action there. We feature some prominence of the steel players, and of course, what would a lift out be without rugby? So there's plenty of that.
Operators are standing by.
Yeah.
Barry Stewart,
Thank
you very much, sir. All right, prepare yourself, prepare for the weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
Looking at a situation, the lingering cool southwesterly airflow generated by that parked anticyclone in the Tasman Sea has stirred the pot and cleared the air, but another is approaching and will deliver northerlies by the weekend. The southern outlook, it's pretty much boilerplate for the lower half, light southwesters, some cloud, and temperatures pinned on 13 degrees everywhere in the south. The central outlook, Alexandra and Queenstown, light winds fine and 15, light southwesters, cloudy and 13 in Taona, and light winds but very pleasant 15 in Wanaka. To Oamaru, light winds fine and 14, the same in Omarama but 15, Timaru, light winds, and also very pleasant in Twizel, a very pleasant time and 15 for you. Here in Dunedin tonight, fine, crisp, clear, 4. Friday opens with sunny periods, a few clouds and light westerly winds, 7 and 15. Actually, it's not that bad. And Saturday is cloudy to begin with, but then long sunny periods, pleasant conditions, good for washing and drying, 9 and 15. Looks pretty good. Sunday, a bit of drizzle though. In Invercargill tonight, it's 4:20, fine, cloudy, light southwesterlies, 6 degrees. Friday, lingering cloud, cool southwesterlies, 4 and 14. Saturday, opens mild and sunny, not too bad, 9 and 16. Sunday, a little bit cloudy, maybe some rain, and gusty nor'westers. Be prepared for that. And that is the South Today. As always, it's a pleasure to present for you on behalf of the hard-working team of the South Today. I'm Craig Story. Thank you. Good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.